Chris.
And he's Dr. Zand.
Yes, he's still got his beard, and we're still identical twins. Your body's amazing, and we're going to show you why.
We're head-to-head in Operation Takeover.
And overboard! Ouch and about hits the wards. What kind of ambulance did you get?
Again, ambulance. I got a helicopter.
First aid is back.
We do need to get Zahn to hospital. Meet our new brilliant ouch patients.
I'm off to my physio appointment.
And our lab experiments will blow
your
mind.
It's an amazing view. Are you ready to join us? I can't see a thing.
Coming up today on Operation Ouch. We're all a splutter in the lab.
There we go. We're sniffing out medical mysteries. That might be the squishiest nose I've ever seen.
And things get tasty.
Is that all right?
It'd be helpful if you kept it in the bowl.
But first, our medical things are always at the way.
Zand, the sweet, please. And the other one. Okay, now continue.
Medical teams are always at the ready.
Let's see who the first case in A&E is.
And my sweet back.
No.
6-year-old Winnie is waiting to see the doctor with her mum in the children's emergency department.
Look, poor Winnie has a sling.
I got so wrong.
Winnie walks with a walking frame, so I saw her wobble and then topple over. So that's why I'm a bit worried it might be fractured.
Oh no, how did it happen?
Winnie was at her favourite after-school activity.
And what's that?
Well, she does lots of activities like dance, swimming, tennis, cheerleading.
Wow, so she was dancing in the swimming pool with the tennis racket while cheerleading?
No, Zand. Winnie's absolute favourite thing to do is play over at her best mate Sophie's house.
That looks fun.
Yes, but as they were playing catch in the garden, Winnie slipped on the wet grass, trapping her arm underneath her walking frame. Ouch!
Oh dear. Let's hope Dr. Ashley Timings Thompson can get you sorted.
First, the doc checks the nerves in Winnie's arm by making sure she can feel properly.
We need to play a game, okay?
Ooh, I love a game.
What you need to do is close your eyes really tight.
No peeping.
And then when I touch you on your arm, just say yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Very good.
Winnie wins.
Time to check her movement.
Is that sore? I think you might have broken a bone in your elbow, okay? So what we need to do is get an x-ray.
I like having x-rays.
Do you?
It's like a computer above you taking a picture inside, and when you look at it, it's very interesting.
Well, you're in luck today. You're getting 2 x-rays from different angles.
Bill, you're all finished.
And then it's straight to the doc for the results.
Looking at your x-ray, I just wonder if you've got a very small break in this part of your bone here. So what we're going to do is put your hands in what we call a collar and cuff, just to keep it steady overnight, and then we'll bring you back tomorrow, see how you're getting on.
Okay.
Winnie needs to see an orthopaedic surgeon, a doctor who specialises in bones.
Tomorrow I'm going to come back to see if I need any further treatment.
Okay, Winnie. We'll be back to find out how you get on. And now to our lab.
It's time for some big body experiments. Some of them gory,
This is not for the squeamish.
some extreme.
It's freezing!
We're ready. Are you?
Just don't try anything you see here at home.
Today we're looking at why we cough and the part of your body that makes it happen.
Son, what are you doing? This is a lab, not a laundry. I know, but there is a time and a place to do your dirty washing, and this isn't it. Because today, we're going to look at one of the biggest organs in your body. The organ involved in coughing. Yes, it's your lungs! That's what all this is for, Chris. If you laid your lungs out flat, opened up all the little spaces inside them, they'd be about 50 square meters. That's huge! That's the same as all this material around the lab. That's right. But to understand how you can fit it inside your chest, come and take a look at this. Here comes a gross alert. This is a real pair of cow's lungs. Now, people often think that lungs are a bit like empty bags full of air, but in fact, they're solid. So you can see here a cross-section through the lung. Now these tubes are the large airways that take air down to the segments, and the segments look like they're made of foam. And that's because the segments are full of tiny little air sacs called alveoli.
In humans, alveoli are far too small to be seen, but you can see them in these massive cow's lungs. They pass oxygen from the air into your blood to be used by your body.
With every breath you take, you inhale air, also viruses, pollen, dust and bacteria. But don't worry, your lungs have an amazing trick to get rid of stuff that you inhale that you don't want. Coughing. Exactly, and we're going to show you how it works. Coughing is a really clever technique that your body uses to get rid of your lungs, including the large amounts of mucus produced when you're ill with a chest infection.
To show you how coughing works, we're going to inflate this pair of healthy lungs using gas from this canister.
Zond, inflate the lungs.
This is awesome! We've never done this before.
Even at medical school, we never saw lungs inflated outside of a body. So here, where the lung's gone white, these alveoli are fully inflated. Deflated. Now to show you these of coughing, we need to infect one of these lungs. So I'm going to put some mucus into it.
This is like what happens if you have a very serious chest infection. I'm going to insert some fake mucus into the lung. Now look what happens when Zand turns on the gas.
The mucus-infected lung doesn't inflate properly anymore because it's blocked.
And this shows you the importance of coughing for getting mucus out of your lungs so those airways don't get clogged up. And to demonstrate coughing, I've got some balloons over here. I have here 2 balloons. Now mine is Ignite Healthy Mucus-Free Balloon. Zand, I'm afraid yours is very badly infected, as you can see from the large amount of mucus in the airway. Ugh. Now let's inflate the balloons. 3, 2, 1.
This doesn't feel fair, Chris. My mucus-filled balloon is really hard to blow up.
You can see my balloon inflates extremely easily and also deflates extremely easily. How's it going, Zand?
Very badly. I've got a mouthful of mucus and I can barely get any air into this lung.
Seems to me, Zand, that you should have a bit of a cough.
Ooh, that'll make me feel much better.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. There we go.
When you cough, all the muscles around your chest and abdomen contract suddenly. This creates enough force to eject the mucus up your trachea and out of your mouth, like the mucus coming out of this balloon.
Now that has nicely cleared the mucus from Zand's airways, and now his lungs are clear again.
So that's why you cough when you have a chest infection. We've shown you just how important the alveoli are in your lungs and how they help you breathe easily.
And we've shown you that when they get clogged up with mucus, you can't inflate your lungs properly, so you have to cough. Plus, it was a great excuse to cover Zand in gunk.
Well, I must say, Chris, after that cough, I feel a lot better. I'm off to play footy in the park.
But what about this mucus on the floor? Who is going to help me tidy this up? Zand!
What was your experiment?
We're both ouch and about.
I'm hitting the wards with my ouch bleeper. Have you got a question for me? Wow.
And I'm hitting the streets to answer your medical mysteries.
Zand's in the hospital canteen, but there's no time for snacking.
Thank you.
Huh?
It's bleeper o'clock. It's from Ruth, who's had an ankle operation.
Hello, Ruth.
Hello.
Have you got a question for me?
Yeah, why do I got a squishy nose?
What's the diagnosis, Doc?
Sounds like a case of, why do I got a squishy nose-itis?
Let's see if you knows the answer.
Now, Ruth, how squishy is your nose? That might be the squishiest nose I've ever seen. Everyone's nose is a bit squishy, isn't it? Because your nose is mostly made of cartilage, and cartilage is rubbery, but most people's cartilage is quite tough, whereas yours is really, really flexible, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got a squishy nose for the same reason you've got a problem with your ankle, haven't you? What's the main thing you've got?
Larsen syndrome.
Larsen syndrome means that some of her tissues, her connective tissues and her bones don't quite grow the same as other people's. Have you got some other problems with bones as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what Ruth's doing there is dislocating her knee. Her knee's actually popping out of joint. Because you've got very stretchy ligaments around your knee and the muscles are a bit looser, you can just pop your knee out of joint and then pop it back in again. And does that hurt at all?
No.
Well, thank you very much. I think you deserve an Operation Ouch sticker.
Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you can stay tuned for more Operation Ouch so we can finish the end of the episode. Bye.